Again, Waziri, the problem that I have with some of these responses is that they actually don't answer the question that has been asked by the Senator. Speaker, I want to take you to the response to question number, just a minute, question number 28 by Professor Ojienda, and the response at page 5, for instance, when the CS is addressing the question of manufacturing. As you know, I was in Thika just this weekend, and growing up, we knew Thika to be an industrial town. You will see in the response there the CS saying that to revitalize manufacturing, the government is implementing a strategy aimed at lowering the cost of production. And if you go to bullet number 5 there, he talks about improved access to affordable energy and infrastructure for industrial enterprises. Now, Speaker, go to the very next paragraph, paragraph 13, where now we are talking about affordable energy. And the CS says the government has prioritized stabilization. Prioritizing stabilization cannot be what lowers the cost of energy, Honorable Speaker. If you look across the continent of Africa, Kenya has one of the highest rates of cost in terms of the amount it takes for you to buy 1 kilowatt hour. We have one of the highest in the region. We are doing upwards of 33 shillings per kilowatt hour. Compared to our neighbors, Ethiopia is actually doing less than a shilling per kilowatt hour. Tanzania is doing better, 22. Tanzania is doing 12, Uganda 23 shillings, Rwanda is doing 27 shillings. So when you talk about lowering the cost of energy, which is a key ingredient in lowering the cost of production and encouraging manufacturing, our priority cannot be stabilization. And I remember, because I'm a member of the Energy Committee, we fought when we were being told that there was a PPP for Adani to stabilize electricity supply, and they wanted to start in Nairobi. Yet we have over 13 counties that don't even have access to the grid. So, Waziri, in terms of specific measures that you are taking to lower the cost of production, and specifically the cost of electricity to match the region, what is your government doing?
On issue that has been raised by Senator Sifuna, I don't want to go into other details, but just to focus on the issue of cost of energy. What we have said here is that the government has prioritized stabilization of electricity supply. Before you go to the costs, the first thing is to guarantee supply, because if there is no supply, the cost will definitely be high. You cannot have cost coming down. The basic principle of microeconomics, the demand and supply, the equilibrium of prices, Senator Sifuna. The equilibrium of prices simply means where the supply curve and the demand curve intersect. And so when the demand rises and supply comes down, prices will automatically go up, because that intersection point will be high. But you must guarantee supply. Then the cost. How do we guarantee the cost, and what interventions has the government taken? One of the reasons why we have National Infrastructure Fund, Mr. Speaker, is because we want to implement resources towards generating more energy. Our energy requirement in this country is almost 10,000 megawatts. But we are only generating, slightly over 3,000, almost a third. So we therefore need to put more resources to generate more energy. It will deal with the twin issues of supply and cost at the same time, because demand will relatively remain constant, or even if demand is going to adjust, it's going to adjust slightly. This morning, I had an engagement, a meeting with my counterpart in the energy, the Ministry of Energy, where we were discussing the nuclear power in Siaya, which is likely to generate well over 2,000 megawatts. And that is a project that we want to pursue to bring more power into the grid, because that is the only way through which we can guarantee cost of power to be low. I agree it is high, and also the supply and the reliability of the power. Because again, if you go to many parts of this country, the reliability of power is a challenge. Now, on the question of Nairobi being prioritized, and I want to again say, Mr. Speaker, Nairobi produces almost 60% of the GDP of this country. And that is not a place you can ignore. That's a place that we must invest in terms of providing energy.